You can see the sump is okay. We have the pumps are okay. The new water well is out of the water. And the water is not too far back here. You can see how it's coming through the culverts pretty well right there by the pasture. We got a horse or two over in the water, but the barn is dry. You can see that the barn has water around it but not up in it, as is the pole barn is dry also. And you come across, you get a little better picture of the water running across the road from the Lyle's orchard that is fairly well flooded in this particular area about halfway back. This is another part of the same vineyard. You can see the drippers going in the field currently. If you look at the road, we had a gravel road, and you can see the material from the shreddings of days gone by on the edge of the road. This part of this vineyard last Tuesday had about 6-8 inches of water standing in it. It all went in the ground. It is no longer visible. Dripper is still going because this particular creek right here, you can see went over its bank. You can see some pipes there, those culverts. The water was flowing so fast that it overran the banks and flooded pretty much about half of this particular vineyard block with water. And as you can see, it's all subsided and gone in the ground. And it is here next to our pumping plant, where we have a filtration plant, and acid we put in the well water, not into the canal water, to help the groundwater go in. But we're running currently approximately 3 CFS of water on 80 acres to get it to recharge. But this is a good example of how the ground takes the water with drip irrigation, non-tillage. Ultimately, at the end of the day, we'll meet our SGMA requirements. And currently the creek is flowing. Say we're flowing probably at about 5 to 10 CFS coming off the hills behind us that you see in the distance. And anyway, it's a regional watershed that only flows intermittently with the rains as we've had here in the last 2 weeks. I walked and turned 180 degrees back. You can see the same type of vineyard, same variety, and you can see the same weeds. You can also see we're not dripping right now on this ground. This water's been off for 24 hours. You see no water on the surface. Obviously the ground is damp. It's been raining. We've gotten over 3 inches of water in addition to the amount we put on from the canal. And as a groundwater recharge program is very effective in getting ourselves set up for long-term SGMA requirements that we have in this particular area. But obviously you can see there's no standing water after 3.5 inches of rain plus about 6 inches of applied moisture.